Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody to another episode of Dave Wolf and the British Hive Mind. Well, as you can see in the title, we've had quite a busy weekend here. Not only here, but all over Europe as well. It's been America, been a big weekend. Good times been had by all. It's showing some real positive action, real movements of people, real truth being propagated out through the world, out through our social media, stuff the mainstream media, they don't know nothing about nothing. Our social media's percolating out everywhere. I saw people with, 2,500, 3,000 viewers on their live feeds at the Tommy March for Tommy, and 3,000 live viewers watching a live feed over somebody's Facebook. That's some big numbers, and yes, there were, the sort of what was his name? What's his name? James Goddard. Yeah, he had some great stuff going at the Tommy event and at the cuds as well. Lots of viewers, and for that offer, he's not a celebrity, he's not a big person, he's not as big as Tommy Robinson. He's getting 2,500 to 3,000 viewers live. That shows that was one person with one camera. What do you think all the other cameras were filming? How many other live streams? A few hundred here, there, everywhere. People watching. The world is seeing what is happening, and the world's awakening, and we are loving it. Absolutely loving it. We are starting to see the wheels of change turning. We're moving forward, and it's an exciting time. But then we've got, on the other hand, the builderbergers. Yeah, the builderbergers meeting in Turin. Super secretive, super lucrative, super hiding away, super secure. Frigging helicopters flying over, men with frigging machine guns and armored trucks here, there, and everywhere. That's just some of the videos that I've seen on them. Absolutely. You can tell if the level of security is that high, you can tell that they're paranoid, that you can tell that they're doing something wrong. You can tell that if we knew what they were talking about in that hotel, in that building, we'd storm in and we'd rip them all limb from limb. Because they're talking about our destruction. They're talking about killing us all. They're talking about the post-truth world. They're talking about how to crush the populist movement. There's a really popular movement out there. Right, now let's discuss how we can crush it and how we can stop it. It's the mainstream media moguls that are there. How can we program people? How can we propagate our propaganda? How can we silence the truth tellers? That's what they're going to be discussing there. They're going to be chomping at the bit for the Article 13 copyright laws that the EU's bringing in. I wonder if that was discussed in the last Bilderberg meeting, or they're all praising each other at this one, going, "Oh, we're doing so well with this Article 13. We've got into the EU. Yeah, we're going to stop all these people from sharing links. We're going to stop all these people from sharing videos. We're going to silence everybody. We're going to censor everything because we can't have the truth coming out, because it's been told and told again and told time and time again that once the truth comes out, once the people wake up, the elites have nowhere to run. The elites have nowhere to hide. We will find them, we will get them, and we will bring them to justice. Every last one of them. Yeah. So, secretive Bilderberg meetings. They've been going on for quite some time now, and yeah, I've seen a few Infowars reports on them. I've seen a few of these. I can't remember the name. They're a little alternative media source. They're all right, but we do We need some other form of communication because they're going to strangle the internet as best they can. They are afraid of the internet. They've seen that it is powerful. It's a powerful tool for them to monitor us, but it's also a powerful tool for us to spread the word, to spread the truth about them. Now, so it's, yeah, you could see that the people that were there, that were trying to, the alternative journalists, the alternative media that were there, were being hounded, were being harassed, were being arrested, detained, having guns shoved in their faces, big frigging Italian roid-head cops frigging throwing them about the place. I mean, I have authority here. You know, that's the level of security that they need at this Bilderberg conference, because they are not good, not nice people, not questioning for the want and for the betterment of humanity. They're only out for themselves, and this needs to stop. We need to stop them for a start. Then, so that's the Bilderbergs. There's nothing much I can report about that and about them. We know we know that Amber Rudd was there. We knew that a lot of the business tycoons were there, and a lot of, you know, second-rate politicians were there to get their orders and then come back to the thing and then come back to tell the people. That's what it's all about there. They don't send the true puppets. They'll send a few puppet masters. They'll send some second-rate puppets as well. So the second-rate puppets can report back to the first-rate puppets and try to keep everybody out of the loop. And so they're not all there at the same time. Because if they were all there in one place at one time, it'd be very incriminating for them all. If one little leak got out, one little leak, one little fly on the wall, one little microphone in the right place. Oh, one member of staff just put a little microphone somewhere. But no, they would have gone around with all the bug sweepers, all the money in the world that they've got to make sure that their secrets are kept secret. And the Bilderbergs are just another leg of the Illuminati. We need to know that it all goes back to the top of the pyramid. And there's a few people at the very top of that pyramid. And they use their corridors of power, of influence, in different levels, different layers. And we're right at the freaking bottom, being stompled on. Yeah. So, yeah, I wish we had more to report about it. You know, they were talking about the post-truth world. They were talking about some really, really nasty stuff that only benefits them, and it's very detrimental to us, the normal people. So, push them away. Move on, because we've had some great, awesome actions over the weekend. Yes, there was a bit of violence. Yes, there was a bit of pushing back against the police. Yes, there were some bottles and corns and things thrown about. But what do you expect when you've silenced the people for so long, when you've crushed them for so long, when you've labelled them, when you've misrepresented them, when you've forced them to have all this pent-up energy, all this pent-up negativity, all this raging pent-up anger at the government, at the establishment? You put an establishment figure in front of them, a few pints in their hand, there's going to be fireworks. I'm surprised there wasn't more. I am actually quite surprised. We kept our cool, kept our calm, and there wasn't more. You know, there was a bit of pushing, cajoggering, cops freaking whacking people with the freaking sticks. Yeah, the cops had to run away at one point. Well, at more than one point. Yeah, I'm just gutted. I got offered a lift down there, and I should have been there. But shouts to Ryan Fury. He had a great night on Friday night. Boxing was a really good time. Great connections made. Great chats had. And I should have got down to London. But I was a bit too hungover. And I would not have survived. I would not have survived the trip down to London. No, I was sick 3 times on my way home. Was not good. It was not good. Yeah, so apologies to everyone for, yeah, got to stay away from the alcohol. It's not good for me. I get really bad hangovers. I'm really bad with a hangover. An hangover will last 2 days for me. It takes me totally out of the game for 2 days. Yeah, it's not worth it for me. For other people, it's different. But I've just got not a very good tolerance rate when it comes to alcohol. I can drink quite a lot, but the next day, no, I'm dead. Dead to the world. Slow, stupid, can't think, can't move, clumsy. No. But hey. So, yeah, I'm quite gutted that I didn't manage to get down there. Yeah. It was stopping people from going home. Well, they kettle the people in. You know, they like to split up the groups and kettle them into little sections so the tensions can rise. So they don't have, because I saw on some of the over what they call lucky down bird's eye views, massive swathe of people, loads of people all around the Trafalgar Square. And if the police could not deal with that many people, not a chance. So when they're moving away or separating or going off to look at different things or go to different places, they'll swarm them, they'll surround them, and they'll kettle them in. So they can't get to where they want to go and they can't do what they want to do. They did that especially with the cuds. We'll get onto that one though. We'll stick with the Tommy one at the minute because that's the positive one. That's the good one. That was 20,000 plus easily on the streets of London, bringing London to a standstill, having a great time, taking over a bus. Oh, the Dragons as well. The Dragons, the bus, the red bus that Davey took down. Fucking brilliant idea. We need that on the 23rd. That genius. Absolute genius idea, that one. However, some little scragbag complained about it to the bus company, I think, and yeah, forced them to turn it around and go and leave. Disgusting. That bus was a great idea. You know, and you know the speech. Well, I can't even remember his name. Paul Wheaton. Paul Watson. Paul wasn't Paul Watson. Paul. Yeah, some guy called Paul. His speech about Tommy and his in-depth talk about it and the way it's turned into a totalitarian state and the police overhanded heaviness. Brilliant speech to be playing to the people on the streets to try to wake them up a little bit whilst they're walking around like zombies. Fair play, respect to him. Good on him. Good idea. 23rd. Bring that on the 23rd. Or if we had the pennies, we'd be able, I'd love that to go around London every single day, preaching independence, preaching the truth, telling the truth. I'd stand on top of that bus myself and give it what for. but hopefully for the 23rd, that'll be a good weapon in our a good tool in our toolbox. Yeah, but the blue bus was a bit of a. It was fun. It was funny. It did look good. The blue bus. Whose bus? Our bus. Whose streets? Our streets. Oh, yeah, that was good fun. That looked. Oh, yeah. I wish I were there. Really wish I was there. I'm really looking forward to the 23rd now because it's going to be that, and it's going to be 10, 15, maybe even 20 times that. There's enough people out there that are coming down. It's going to be big. And I've got some other news from the queues and the Anons. We'll get because that's looking good as well. That's looking like the plan is shifting up a gear, shifting up a notch, coming more towards our shores, which is where it all stems from. Yeah, the three cities, London, the Vatican, and Washington. They're cities. They are the they're not part of the country that they are part of. They are independent. Not good. So yeah, I lost my point. Yeah, the Tommy Robinson event. Yeah, lots of people, lots of kajiggering, lots of passion, heartfelt passion, heartfelt patriotism, heartfelt grievance with the system. And sadly, the police will bear the brunt of it, because we wouldn't be there on the streets of London if the police were doing their job properly. We wouldn't have to be there. The streets would be safe. There wouldn't be frigging violent knife crime skyrocketing. There wouldn't be Islamists preaching freaking hate in every town, city, and little village even now up and down the UK. We wouldn't have the rape gangs in the UK if the police were doing their job and doing it properly. We would not have these problems. We would not need to go to London to protest. Yeah, we wouldn't. It seems like it's the stupidity of the establishment. We're dealing with freaking clowns here. If the establishment didn't fudge things up so much, we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be miffed off at them, and we'd be still sleepy slaves. But because they're freaking everything up, they're making our lives a darn sight harder, a darn sight worse, and ruining this country. We've woken up. We've looked at it and gone, oh, hang on a minute. You're the bastards who let these cunts into our country. You're the bastards that have let the bank unleash the banks and plummeted us into an amount of debt that we don't stand a chance of ever paying back. You're the ones that have done this to us. We're looking to you to freaking to blame now. All the people there, the speeches, the speakers, Gert Wilders, he's been at it. He's a good one. He's been going at it for a long time. I don't think he was the one that coined the phrase "fit in or fuck off," but it's quite a good phrase. I know it came from Holland. I know it came from the Dutch because it was part of one of their running campaigns, because they've got a serious problem with Moroccan Islamic migrants not fitting in, taking over massive parts of town. The exact same thing that we're facing in our country, that France is facing in France, that Germany's facing, that Italy's facing. It's now being pushed more and more to the forefront. Sweden took it a lot as well, but Sweden took it for a lot longer. Sweden got hurt a lot longer. Germany's not so. Yeah, Germany got the invasion of the Turks, so they've had a bit of it. France has been, invaded proper and good, and so has Britain. Britain has got one heck of an Islamist problem. And now with freaking freaking Mohammed Jihad, fucking calling for jihad for against Austria, for kicking out some Islamic freaking fundamentalists, praising freaking death to the infidel in freaking mosques in Austria. What do you expect? What do you expect? Come on, people. So yeah, he's threatening the war of the war of the crescent moon versus the cross, and he's the one that's been calling for the uniting of the Islamic Caliphate. He's the one who's been calling for that. He's probably part of the Freemasons. He's probably doing it because of the Albert Pike predictions and the way they want it to, the way they want the Third World War to go, and the way they want the Third World War to bring about the destruction of Islam, the destruction of Christianity, so the Freemasons and the Jews can rule the world quite nicely and easily once a lot of us are dead. Yeah, but well, that brings us nicely on to the Al-Quds Day March. Now, respect Respect to I'm awful with names as well. James. Is it James? James? Goddard. Mr. No. Yeah, James Goddard. Yeah, James Goddard. Respect to that guy for getting out there, for staying out there, for going and properly showing us what that march is about. Properly getting out there. You know, he spoke to a little mufti, and who just freaking lied to his face. Just properly, just tacky into his face. And he was like, he could almost see him laughing, laughing at him, going, "You're lying," and everybody's on the going, "Lies! He's lying! That's not what Islam's all about. He's blah 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 blah." Yeah. Oh, that was quite funny. But it was a very serious day, a very serious march, and the counter protests stopped the march, stopped them in the tracks, and how can we have terrorist flags being flown upon our streets? A freaking yellow flag with a hand holding a gun. That's not a flag. That's not a national flag. That is a freaking terrorist flag. That's a call to arms. That's a call to the destruction of the Israeli state. That's a call to the mass genocide of these Jewish people. That's what they're calling for. That's what they're singing in the freaking street. That's yeah. So that's what they're calling for. So calling for genocide in the streets of the UK, in the streets of our capital, in the streets of London, calling for genocide. We've gone far. We've gone far too far. We're not past the Rubicon yet because we can bring this all back, but it's going to take us into a dark place. But to hear that, to hear the people calling or chanting for the Manchester bomber, those people are calling for war on our streets. They are, because if you don't stand up to bullies like that, if you don't stand up to crazy ideologies like that, if you don't stand up for wanting to genocide a race of people, you're not on the right side. If you don't stand up to that, you're not on the right side. You know, I understand we've got some people on our side that, well, no, we wouldn't. We don't want to. We just don't want them here. We just don't want Islam as a part of our country. I'm sorry, but that's, if you've got a death cult, as Jared Batten says, and I do pretty much agree with him on it. If you've got a death cult in your country that's preaching for your destruction and your death, I kind of think you don't want that in your country, do you? Yeah. Oh, they were also calling for the death of Tommy Robinson as well. Obviously, they're Muslims. What do you expect? How many death threats do you get? Does Tommy get every day from Muslims? How many death threats do you think I've got? You know, it's what they do. You know, like yeah. It's what anyone who insults Islam has to be killed. Anyone who opposes Islam has to be killed. Everyone who leaves Islam has to be killed. Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's about Al-Quds Day. It's about these murderous, genocidal freaking scumbags that are roaming around on our freaking streets, on our green and pleasant land. How dare they? How dare they think that they can come to our country, take our freaking benefits, take our housing stock, take our young girls as their sexual slaves, and get away with it, and not be hung from the neck until they are dead. I'm sorry, but that's what my grandparents fought to protect and save this green and pleasant land, not to let it become Islamic, not to let these barbarians with their barbaric backwards cult come and take over our land. No. No. It will not happen. And if we get into and when we get into power, and when we start to stand up to Islam, they ain't going to stand for it. We know they're not. We know that's not what they're like. We know that they're low IQ frigging fanatics. And if we've given far too much, far too long. And if anyone takes that away from them, they're going to riot en masse and start tearing things up. And we're going to have to stop that. It's a sad state of affairs, and it's a sad presumption to make. But I think it's an easy presumption to make. I think it's the correct presumption to make. If we, limit them to one wife. Part of the English law, polygamy is not freaking polygamy. Polygamy is against the law in this country. To protect us, to save us from like this happening. We've got a lot of laws and a constitution and a lot of things in place to protect us from this stuff happening. Yet our establishment has put it into place and made it happen. They've made it happen. Yeah. And as we see the two-tier police system, if we were marching around the streets chanting death to Islam, death to all Muslims, I'm not chanting that, I'm not saying that, but if we were, hypothetically, we'd be arrested, we'd be locked up, they'd be they'd be battering us with their nightsticks, thinking that they were in the right. It's a two-tier police system. It's a two-tier state. It's a freaking biased Crown prosecution service. It is the establishment feeding us to the wolves that are in sheep's clothing. Yeah. It's sorry state of affairs. They're battle hardened. Are we? A lot of our people have got fat, stupid, and lazy. I see a lot of them pumping gyms around here, around my area, packed to the rafters. They're buried. Yeah, because the prison system, and the prison system's a jihadi training camp. I think more people convert in prison than anywhere else in the country. It's what happens? We send a load of Muslims to jail. The Muslims freaking take over that prison and they become the dominant gang in the prison. So if you want to stay safe in the prison, you join the dominant gang. There you go. Bish, bash, bosh. Or you freaking go down the freaking indoctrination line. Even if it's just to save yourself. Or save yourself the hassle of having to go up against them. It's a powder keg. It is a powder keg. Because and it's an awful self-fulfilling prophecy as well. Because what happens, we go out there, we catch them, we catch them for doing disgusting crimes, we lock them up, we send them to our prisons. That's taxpayer money that's paying for them to live. That's them spreading the terrorism, spreading their disgusting ideology throughout the prison system and becoming the dominant force in the prison system. I've heard in some places they're more dominant than the freaking prison guards. So the prison guards have to let them get away with whatever they want. It's a very bad self-fulfilling prophecy. So the police now have to let them get away with things like dealing drugs, like prostitution, things like that. They have to let them get away with it because we don't have the space in our prisons, and the prison system's on its arse. We don't have the space, we don't have the time, and we can't put any more of them in there, or else they'll just take it over and turn it into a freaking jihadi training camp. Yeah, you're right, Paul, because Islam is a symptom of the problem. Islam has been unleashed upon our lands on purpose to divide us, to break our community, to break our will, to break our spirit, and to put the enemy inside the castle. The enemy is now running rampant inside the castle. And yeah. So we're stuck. We're focusing on the weapon of the establishment and not the establishment itself. You know, like I've said, there's a few. I've put it in a few comments here, there, and everywhere. Step one: we need the crown. We need to take the crown. The crown needs to come back to the people. Step two: we need our parliament. We need a proper parliament. Maybe, or we might need someone who's a strong leader who can get things done for a little while, and then we can have a parliament. Then we need to take back the Bank of England. The freaking Rothschild-owned Bank of England. We can't freaking have them printing our money, lending it to us, and expecting us to pay interest on it. No fucking way. Not a chance. We will have to invent our own currency and clear all debt. Bye-bye debt. Goodbye debt. That's it. Bye-bye debt. Stuff the trust. Stuff the international system. Stuff them. But to do this, we're going to need to become more self-sufficient. So maybe we're going to have to stick with the Bank of England for a little bit whilst we try to rebuild our infrastructure and our foundations and our self-sufficiency. But with the Rothschilds seeing that and the elites seeing us doing that, no, they're going to crash the system anyway. So it's, you know, a pretty precarious position we're in. But yeah, I agree with you. There's things we need to do before we can tackle the problem of Islam. And the last thing we want to do is go to war with each other and ourselves and leave these fucking scumbags still up top in charge in their ivory towers. We can't do that because no matter who wins the war, we lose. No matter who wins, we lose. If they're still in power, we've lost. Sorry, that's a bit of a long comment, but normally we'll have, missing Glenn, mate, missing Neil, missing Mahmood, missing my co-presenter. I don't know if he's been banned. I don't know what's going on. He's not been quite lively recently. But hey, maybe he's hunkering down, concentrating on his political career. Hopefully he is, because he's someone I would like to see with me in the House of Commons if I get there, or with me in the House of Lords if I get there. Or I'd have him as advisor if I could put that crown upon my head. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get that, Paul. Kind of get that, you know, because I'm not sure if the Muslims understand and the Muslims realise that they're being used as a tool of the Zionists. I think they'd be rather pissed off at that. So if they could freaking get over their stupid religious bullshit and throw that Quran in the bin and get rid of it, just go, you know what? We're smarter than this. We're better than this. There's no such thing as... And if there was such thing as a God, he wouldn't tell you to kill other people. He wouldn't. He wouldn't tell you that women are worth half of a man. He wouldn't tell you that. He'd say everybody's equal, everything's happy, you're a human race. I created you all. Get on with each other, you know. if we could get them to throw away the Quran and get rid of their stupid ideology and, hey, become patriots. If we could get the Muslims to become patriots and want this country to succeed as a country, as a whole, hell yeah. Woo! We'll be able to get rid of we'd have them on our sides to get rid of the head of the snake. But at this stage, not a chance of that happening. Not a chance of that happening at all. They do not realize, they will not realize, and they have no idea that they're just a tool of the Illuminati. They're brainwashed. A lot of them are brainwashed, and to break that serious brainwashing, I'm talking frigging put them in the corner, beat them with a stick until they memorize the Quran off by heart. That sort of brainwashing, that sort of freaking serious MK Ultra brainwashings, I would say almost impossible. Almost. I won't give it a pure impossibility, but almost impossible to break. And when you do destroy that indoctrination, what's it going to lead them to? What's it going to lead them to? Or if they don't fully break it, it's going to turn into terrorists like that. You know? Yeah. But frick's sake, we're having a tough enough job waking up our own people. We're having a tough enough job waking up the Brits, and we're not. Yeah, we're not that badly indoctrinated. You know, yes, we are a bit indoctrinated into the system. Yes, we do watch the Gogglebox too much, and we do believe that what the Gogglebox tells us. But we still have critical thought. We still have that possibility to ask the question why. We don't have that serious innate fear of punishment by the rest of the community for questioning something, or the fear of punishment of death if we say, well, no, I don't believe this book. It can't be right. It contradicts itself many times. You know, so the odds are on our side when it comes to waking everybody up. But we have to concentrate on the people we can wake up and get up to and get awake and get them for, you know. Yeah. But it's one of those. Now, from what I hear and what I've seen with the Q, Trump might be coming after the head of the snake. Trump might be looking for the royals, might be looking for the Rothschild Bank of England, might be looking to come and take that all down. Because that's where the deep state emanates from the City of London, from the Vatican, and then it built Washington. That's where it comes from. Israel as well. But I'm not getting into that freaking dilemma yet. But I hear from sources that the things are building up, things are leading up, things are coming to fruition where this whole Spygate scenario is coming to a front, is coming to a head, and it implicates all secret services. So that's even Mossad, that's MI5, MI6. And once you start to take them away, you get to their commanders. Who's leading them? Who's giving them the orders? Who's telling them what to do? Then you've got the head of the snake that's been telling and ordering our secret services to spy on people and to human trafficking, children trafficking, drug trafficking. You've got a huge smorgasbord of criminality that has stemmed from our secret services. And hopefully, you know, because Yes, I do trust in Q. Yes, I'm so close to trusting the plan. So close to trusting the plan. It seems like his visit, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th of July, could be extremely big days. Extremely big. You know, we've got our March for Independence, our call for independence, our call to revolution on the 23rd. That's where we're going to show our strength. That's where we're going to show Donald Trump that we mean business, that we, the people, will stand up. We will fight for our country. We will fight for our rights. We will fight for our constitution. And we will not be a pawn in the EU's globalist game. We are the people. If we can show him that true strength, then I think he's going to think, yeah, he can come with full force and come after the head of the beast, and we will stand with him. You know, so when he comes, we've got to show a big turnout for him as well. Then, you know, because there's going to be the bloody lefties, there's going to be the brainwashed Mughal Moglets, there's going to be the brainwashed Muslims, there's going to be action, there's going to be things on the other side. I believe there might even be an assassination attempt. You know, we can't trust our secret services. We can't trust our police. We can't trust our population. You think Donald Trump can trust them? No, he jumping can't. If we the people, we the patriots, can't trust these services, can't trust our government, can't trust our establishment, what do you think the president of the United States, who's a populist, who's going up against these people, can expect? You know. That's it. That's it. We are the strength. We are the numbers. We are the patriots. We are the ones that have seen the light. We are the ones that know. We are the ones that have done our research. We are the ones that have found things out and found out the deep state and found out the freaking Masonic order and found out the Fabians. We found out this information and we're trying to spread it and pass it on and wake other people up. Take a deep breath. We are the movement of the people. We are the people that want what's best for this country and for its people. And yeah, I think Donald Trump understands that. I think Donald Trump knows that. And we can but hope. So there's that Q drop. There's also the Q drops about Singapore and the meetings there that might have already been done. The contracts might have already been signed. This might just be all for sure. Yeah. And then there's the mysterious suicide that happened as well very recently of someone who said, I've got information that's going to bring Hillary Clinton down, and now I'll commit suicide. It's another one. It's another one to add to the body count of the Clinton war machine, Clinton Foundation's war machine. And yeah, they're just anyone who stands up against them, they try to silence, and they've got the tools in their arsenal to go after anyone who's got the knowledge, anyone who's got the true fact and information. But by the looks of things and the sounds of things, and what I've researched about that guy, he was scum as well. He was scum. He was scum grassing on scum. So, we only know what we are taught. Why has no one been arrested? Well, we see that if this is the Q and the Trump case and what's been going down, there's been a lot of arrests, of child traffickers, of paedophile rapists. There's been a lot of arrests over in America. When does a bird talk, or when does a bird sing? When it's caged. You know, they've got that little fucking Smallville bitch that was Nexium's child hunter trafficker bitch. They've got her, and I'm pretty sure they would have turned the screws to make her squeal. So that's leading up the chain, but they've got all the DO, they've got the NSA working with them. They've got the information there. They've got the I'm thinking over the next month. Over the next month, there will be real arrests. There will be real charges. The 32,000 sealed indictments will start to be uncracked, unlocked, unopened, and shown the true belly of the beast. The belly of the beast will be exposed. And once you expose its belly, you can chop off its head. But we're all waiting with bated breath. I know, Paul. We're all like, why is she not in prison? Why is that bitch not in prison? Why is Obama still running free? Why is Theresa May still running about? Why is the treasonous queen not been frigging called up? Why? We want some action. We want some action. I understand. I know. But like we said, like he says, like things go. We've got to get all the dominoes in a line, all the ducks in a row. So when we knock them all, they knock them all. Because the last thing you want to do is have one of them still running around. Because one of them still running around is very fucking dangerous still. Hey, if she ain't changed by August, if I ain't seen arrest and I ain't seen major change by August, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy at all. So, but the thing is, hey, we can hope in the Trump, and we can hope that America now has the right things in order. That America now has a right person in charge who's sorting through who's draining the swamp and things like that. We've got our swamp. We've got one hell of a deep state. And yes, if Trump can come and squish it and drain it and get rid of it, what have we got to replace it? What politicians can we trust? I don't trust UKIP. UKIP got infiltrated and has been seriously infiltrated. I do trust Anne-Marie Waters quite a bit, but she's got a bit of a negative past, and she's, we don't truly know about her. Who's the others? DVP. They've got good ideas and good heart and good things, good ideas. But JRE, he's gone to sleep. Where's he gone? Never heard of him. He's gone. Bye-bye. Where's he? Not, there's been these speeches, there's been these rallies, there's been these movements. And, what is it? I don't want to get tarnished with the racism brush. I don't want to show my support for Tommy Robinson. So the DVP can't be a part of these events. Is that the sort of party that you want to put trust in? Something that shies away from a battle? No. Gerard Batten. Yeah. He comes out with some nice words and good things. But he's still part of the establishment. And this frigging Mogmania. Oh, frigging Mogmania. Jacob Rees-Mogg is a freaking elite. He's not on our side. He might talk bubbles about a true Brexit, but he still uses the term Brexit. He doesn't use our independence. He doesn't He doesn't sing for the common man. He doesn't speak for the common man. He doesn't talk about getting our industry back. He's just another puppet in my eyes. Yeah. Yeah, Godfrey Bloom. Yeah, he seems all right. He seems all right. He's got an old, wise head on his shoulders. He's got an old, wise head upon his shoulders. You know? But we're going to go through some freaking economic strife. Some serious economic strife. If we take the head off the beast, the economy is going to collapse. There's no ifs, no buts, no coconuts. Our economy is based on the head of the beast. So it's going to be serious economic strife. You know, can we trust economics? Can we trust economists that have been to the London School of Economics? Can we trust them people? No, we can't. Oh, can we trust anyone who's involved with banking? No, we can't. Can we trust anyone in the civil service? No, we can't. Who's going to police the streets? Because we can't trust the police, can we? No, we can't. It's one hell of a query, one hell of a conundrum. You know, we could do with someone from high up in the military coming forth. Taking command, taking the bull by the horns, taking the country by the cojones, and doing something proactive. But I've never heard of a general. I wouldn't know where to begin. Wouldn't know where to begin. Who's in proper command of the armed forces, or whether to trust them or not. Whether they've got a silly handshake. Whether they're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah. Tricky times. Tricky times. So it's hey, I don't care how dark I don't care how dark it gets. I don't care how dark it gets, as long as there's a light of freedom at the end of the tunnel. I will keep on marching forward till I can bask in that light of freedom. That's it. You know, we can. There's many ways to take down the establishment. Many ways to take down the establishment. Yeah, like you said, Lauren, most of the people in our establishment, common purpose trained, common purposed. They are the leaders of tomorrow. The ones to bring the order after the chaos. The ones that are jumped up muppets that think they're better than they are. Yeah, we do need control of our own country again. We've let a beast, we've let a monster grow and grow and grow, and that is our establishment. We've let our government become our rulers, not our servants. And it happens every time with every government. Every time. And the founding fathers knew this. The people who wrote our constitution knew this, even though they were, even though they were elites themselves. But we see it time and time again. Government gets too big for its boots, takes a little bit more, gets a little bit bigger, takes a little bit more control, gets a little bit bigger, and then it gets to a point where it's so fat and all-encompassing, it collapses in upon itself. Or its people go, no, I'm not listening to you. I don't want to do what you want me to do anymore. No, I'm not going to take it. And we're getting to that stage where we're British, we're English, we're Irish, we're Scottish, we're Welsh. We will not be ruled. We will not be slaves. We will not. We are free. We are the free people. And sadly, we fell asleep. We took our freedom for granted and we fell asleep at the wheel. And we let this beast, or let this monster grow into something now where it's an ingrained part of life, where its propaganda machine is so effective. Our youth have literally had their brains turned to jelly when it comes to politics. Their reach, their overpower, their ability to control the people has gone too far. It's far too far, far too much. It's corruption because it's been able to get away with it. That's it. It's got so corrupt because we've allowed it to get away with it time and time and time again. More and more and more and more. And once you get away with something, it's like if a child gets away with something, it does it again, but a little bit worse. And does it again, but a little bit worse. And what can I say? It's time. Yeah, I'm just getting some messages coming through. Yeah. But change has to be made. We have to. Anyways, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. What else? Yeah, so the Q drops, the Q posts, you know, how many assassination attempts have there been on Donald Trump? That's another thing that allures me to him and makes me think, you know what? He could be the right guy. He could be up for it. He could be the one that's doing the right thing. If they're trying to kill him and trying to kill him and trying to kill him some more, he's got to be doing something right. Got to be doing something right. And hopefully his light of freedom will shine across our land as well and awaken our people to grab that light of freedom themselves, to shine it and to expose the cockroaches that have infested our establishments of power. We need to... I'm a libertarian. I am a true libertarian. I believe in small, little government that won't tread on me, that will be there in the background to keep the streets clean, to enforce common law, to be fair, be just, be righteous, to provide me with clean, safe drinking water, gas and electric. I think what else? Yeah, make sure I've got nice, good food. You know, simple little things. Simple little things. That's it. That's what the government should be. Our servant, there to protect and look out for and look after us. Not there to take our freaking money. Not there to get fat itself. Not there to freaking waste billions of pounds throwing it away to fucking foreign countries. No. No. That's not what government is. Government should be for the people, by the people. There should be no such thing as a political class. There should be no such thing as... Yeah. I don't believe in the class system. However, I do believe there has to be haves and have-nots. There has to be. You can't... the world does not work if everybody's got everything. Equality is is farcical. So there has to be some people that have things and some people that want to have those things and work hard to get those things. And it becomes a process. But free market capitalism, if it's there and enforced as a free market capitalism in our own country, not foreign, we're not free market there. We're putting tariffs upon our trade. Definitely tariffs upon trade, especially whilst we sort our own country out, get our own infrastructure and our own frigging industry back. Has to be tariff on trade. We can't have some poor Chinese person making all of our stuff. We can't have that. It's not right. We can't have some poor Romanian making our cars. No, it's not right. Just because our economy is based upon on complete and utter bullshit and lies. Just because, yeah. Anyways, the economy is another one that we can freaking go into on another time, another date. Yeah, I've got a bit sidetracked here. A little bit sidetracked. But yeah. So, back to the weekend. It was a good weekend. However, I didn't see any ultimatum given. Every time we go out, we protest. We never give an ultimatum. We never say, or else. We never say, if you don't let Tommy Robinson out of prison, we are all going on strike. Everyone will drop the tools and we'll all go on strike. Or if you don't let Tommy Robinson out of prison, we'll all go and we'll all park upon the motorways. If you don't let Tommy Robinson out of prison, we'll all cancel our direct debits, every single one of them. No company's getting paid and we'll bring the economy to its knees. If you don't let Tommy Robinson out of prison, we're going to occupy government buildings. We don't give this ultimatum. So it falls upon deaf ears. Yes, it's a great show of strength. It's a great show of togetherness. It's a great show of passion, of love, and of anger as well. Great. But we want to see change. We don't want to have to be on that street. We don't want to have to keep going out and protesting and telling them that we're not happy. We want them to do something about it. If we want them to listen to us, we have to grab the hold of their ear and we have to shout it in their ear, or else it will fall upon deaf ears. We have to show them that they are our servants, not our masters. We have to show them this. And yes, we do need the strength on the streets. We need the people out there. Yes, we do need that. But we need us keyboard warriors as well, that maybe stuck up north, maybe can't get there, maybe stuck in a wheelchair, maybe can't do things. I've even seen people in wheelchairs at the rallies. Fucking respect to them, because there is no excuse. Hey, finance is a typical one. Hey, it's true. Finance is a difficult feature for a lot of us. But if we can get someone at that rally and someone to make the speech to say, right, unless you do as we tell you to do, we're all going to occupy government buildings. We're all going to have a sit-in at the local police station, or we're all going to go to our town halls and have a sit-in there. We're all going to take all of our money out of the bank. It doesn't take feet on the street. It takes action, even a little bit of keyboard action. I'm going to stop paying all of my direct debits. Get my little thing, internet banking. Stop paying all my direct debits. Done. Yeah, close all our bank accounts. Why not? The banks don't have enough money to give us all of our money. They don't have it. They don't physically have the physical cash to give us. So that'll cause a rush on the banks, and the entire banking system will crash. Boom. Trust is lost. It's a difficult one, that, though, because in the position we're in, we're the poor. We don't have much money. It would cause serious repercussions. So the banking one, I'm tempted to leave that one to a sort of a last resort. That sort of a last resort sort of style. Where first resort would be strike. Everybody, we're taking a week. Summertime, the weather's fine. Let's all put down our tools. Let's not go to work. If enough people see enough people not working, saying, hey, we're all on strike because we want to get out of the EU, it's a good one. Or parking on the motorway, bring the country to a standstill, complete and utter standstill. That's another way of soft power. That's what they call it. I think that's what we should call it too, soft power. It's the soft power we have. We can do this. We can do these things. And they can't stop us. They can't get us. They can't arrest us. They can't stop it. We'll bring this country to a standstill. And what if you say this to the political elites, you say this to the elites, it's a fucking direct threat to them. Look, how's that going to look on the world stage? Your lies and your propaganda machine ain't going to be able to cover that up. Ain't going to be able to cover up the whole country coming to a standstill for a week. Not a chance. Not a chance at all. Big business will... Yeah. But it's things like this that we need to threaten them with. Or else we'll have... I want to see Tommy out of prison. I want to see Tommy freaking doing more videos. I want to see Tommy at the Tommy events. I want to see Tommy at the Tommy events. I love him. I can't remember when the next one is. 7th of July, maybe, in Leeds. I'd like to have us being able to do the right thing, say the right thing, and put the right actions in place to have Tommy. There we go. He's free. How good would that be to the crowd? How good would that be? Yeah, a grand jury indictment. That's the thing is, the war criminals. They are war criminals. So they should be taken to The Hague and put on an international stage and put in front of an international sort of judiciary. However, the international judiciary is controlled by the globalists. La 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 la. So, if we can get back control of this, if we can get control of the global institutions, NATO, The Hague, the International Tribunal Court thingamajiggers, then we'll be able to try these people properly. Blair will hang. Brown will hang. May will hang. Cameron will hang. All of them will hang. Because they are all war criminals. The treasonous Queen will be shown for the treason she has committed upon the people. If we can get the international courts up and on our side, done properly. It'll work. It will work. So, they're the plans. They're things we can do, the things we can understand. The great actions and great events over the weekend. Full respect to everybody that got out there, everybody that were filming. Keep up the good work, everybody. Keep it up. But there will be more. Every time, more and more and more and more will come. We'll join. We'll listen. We'll understand. We'll learn to stand and fight against this establishment. And we will win. I have no doubt in my mind we will win. Yeah. I think it's a bit barbaric, bit barbaric, Stephen, but needs must. Lessons need to be learnt. Lessons need to be taught. We need to teach these people and anyone who follows them a lesson that this behaviour will not be tolerated. If you commit treason, if you commit war crimes, you will be killed. It's that simple. And yeah, on that note, I think we're ending the show. So thank you all very much for watching. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Might have some more fun, some more tech, some more goodness. Coming soon. Get my head around it, get it all good. See if I can get some pictures up and get some other live streams going. Get some, do a bit more of what Ollie's doing, where I can bring up articles and news things, and I can bring up the Q posts. I could bring up 4 and 8chan to show you the Q posts and decipher them a little bit with you, because I can't really do that at the minute. Can't hold my phone up and go, this is what it says on the Q post, because you can't read it and you can't see it. But hopefully, I'm getting some new tech. Everything's going to start getting better. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Keep up with the good work, y'all. Peace out.